Hello there, friends and followers from around the world. This is Q8Pilot, your host for today's show, and today we are flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator, this Vueling Airlines service from Paris to Malpensa in Italy. Our flight today is approximately an hour and 32 minutes, and we're going to be cruising at 33,000 feet. The beautiful world of Microsoft Flight Simulator is the subject of our flight today, and of course we're going to be talking also about the announcement of X-Plane 12, which was recently announced. And throughout this flight, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my experience and some of my thoughts on some of the add-ons that are coming up for both Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane 11. I want to welcome all of you to the stream tonight. And AppGeek, happy birthday, my friend. I saw your message yesterday. I wish you the very best on your special day, and may all good things come your way, my friend. Omari, hello, my friend, and welcome, Omari. Glad to see you on the stream. Dougal, hello, my friend. How's it going? I hope all is itch. Hello, my friend. We've got also with us tonight X-Plane Livery Design. Hello, my friend, and welcome. There is also, ladies and gentlemen, a giveaway. Hey, Kamar, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. And we've got with us also, we've got a giveaway going on right now. Guys, please say hello to Kamar, joining us on the stream. She's been a loyal supporter of the channel, so please welcome her and say hello. And we've got Eric. Eric, how are you, my friend? And welcome. So there is a giveaway, guys. I'm giving away 2 gift certificates at the Sim Market store in the amount of 50 euros each. So hopefully you guys are lucky enough to win today, and there's going to be also another giveaway featured in my upcoming stream for X-Plane. So this time around I decided that it's going to be for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and in the next stream it's going to be for X-Plane, and we're going to do this until we reach 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, and then there's going to be a really huge giveaway for all of you out there, and I'm already preparing for it. Now, the reason why I haven't been very active lately, and I've been missing out on my schedules, is the fact that I'm actually working with Jack from FlyJSim on the Q400 official trailer. And it's a very laborious task of really picking the right sequences and editing the videos, and making sure everything is in tip-top shape. So that's what I've been doing in the flight sim world in recent days. I've put out a video on Ortho 4XP, the latest version 1.3, so you guys can take a look. And if you have any questions, of course, as usual, please do let me know. All right, so our flight today, ladies and gentlemen, should be an exciting flight. This is the latest version of the FlyByWire A32nx. And we're going to hop into the cockpit, and you can see that they've really done a brilliant job on this aircraft. They've done to the Asobo Airbus what Zibo's done to the X-Plane 737, and I think it's coming out. It's coming out real nice, and they're really working on enriching the aircraft system simulation as well as the visuals. So this looks pretty good. The colors are Airbus colors. Everything looks pretty good. The reflections. And they keep adding on features to the aircraft. So let's get things started, and we are going to go here. I think I forgot our packs, so let's do packs today, just so that let's see here if I can get it. There we go. All right, so we're going to just add some fun today. We're going to start the flight. We'll go next. This is our flight today. We're starting from Lima Foxtrot Papa Oscar to Lima India Mike Charlie. Flight number today is Volling 9436, cruise altitude 33,000 feet, flight time about 117, time until takeoff 21 minutes, about 174 passengers on board the aircraft. Yeah, let's put Wi-Fi, in-flight entertainment, boarding music, we're going to select that one, and cabin briefing, we're going to select that one, and then we're going to start. All right, so now we have the passengers being loaded to the aircraft. In the meantime, we're going to come to the electronic flight bag, and we're going to get our flight plan from SimBrief, and then we're going to take a look at the flight plan once we are ready. Benny, hello, my friend, and welcome. Glad to have you with us. And let's see here. Next, we're going to go to the operational flight plan. As you can see here, we need about, let's see here, block fuel, about 6,000, so 6,800 kilos of fuel. So we're going to come here to, let's see, where's the fuel? Fuel, there we go. And this is in kilos, so 6,800. Actually, we can come here and change this 6,800. And refueling. All right, so we've got the right amount of fuel in the aircraft, and everything else looks good. Let's go ahead and start things up. All right, let's head over to the overhead panel. Battery 1, battery 2, external power is turned on. And we're going to set the adheres to nav mode, and ground control is turned on. Cruise supply is on, and we're going to turn on the fuel pumps. And emergency light is armed. Let's go ahead and turn on the fasten seatbelt and non-smoking signs. I think it's controlled by PAX now. So you can see the flight boarding, you can see all the information here down here, and you can see the flight information up on top. All right, so everything is good here. Nav lights are turned on. Okay, and let's go ahead and bring some lights to our MFDs, PFDs, so we can see things clearly. I really like all the updates they've done on this aircraft. It's really, pretty good now. All right, let's set our altitude to 33,000 feet. 33,000 feet. There we go. Altitude is set, and now we can go to. We're going to change this, by the way, to. And we're going to set the altimeter 1023, and now we can head over to the FMC or the MCDU. All right, so we are going to go to initialization, and we are going to request our flight plan. So the company route, everything is set up, as you can see now. We have alternate as Frankfurt, and this is our flight from Paris Orly.
We're still sorting out some baggage issues. I don't expect it to take too long.
All right, great. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And we are heading today to Lima, India, Mike, Charlie. Flight number today is Volling 9436. Cost index is 37. Cruise altitude 33,000 feet. Let's go and make sure we are aligned, which we are. And now we go to the next page, and we're going to set our zero fuel and zero fuel center of gravity, as well as the block fuel. So we're just going to select this one here, and we know it's 6.8, which is 6,800 or 6.8 tons of fuel. All right, so that puts us right there. We've got all of our information. We're going to go to the flight plan, and we're going to select our departure. Let's head over to SimToolkit Pro. And we are going to make sure this is always on top, just so that we can finish and go to the operational flight plan. And if we scroll down here, this is our flight. We're departing today Paris-Orly at runway 25 through the Bubbly 9er Romeo departure through the Bubbly transition. And then, of course, you can see the route here. And by the way, the routes of the flight is available to you in chat. Just type.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant speaking.
Okay, flight attendant is.
Please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the
let's see here.
overhead bin
17 left is in. So let's go ahead and select the
If you have any trouble
departure.
or need any assistance,
Departure
please
is
don't
through
hesitate to let a
25.
flight attendant know, and he would be happy to help you. After you put your carry-on items in the overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers.
Bubbly 9
Also be sure that the
Romeo.
aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by you. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities and the safety cards provided
we've
for
got
you.
that done.
Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these
Next
actions.
up, we're
If
going
you're
to go
not,
to
please
our
let a flight attendant
destination.
know so that way you can be reseated.
Go to the
Now's
arrival.
the time to get out any last
17
minute text
left
messages
through
if you need
the
to, but we ask that
Rapsov
once you
to
depart from
Quebec.
the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets.
All right,
Thank you and welcome
17,
aboard.
ILS 17 left through the H. Oh, that's not the one, not 2K. It's the 2 Quebec, this one here. So we're going to select that. And let's see if we have any transition. So to do this, we can come here and we can check. So it doesn't seem like there is a transition. So we're going to come back here and just say insert and return. All right. So now we have our flight plan selected in the MUC2. And we're just going to make sure that there are no discontinuities, which everything looks fine. If we go to the flight plan here, we can take a look at our flight plan. So we can step through and make sure everything looks good. Has some funny things here. Yeah. But that's fine. Alright. So it looks like we're going to come here and make a turn and head back over to the runway, which is fine. Alright, let's go ahead and start the APU, folks. APU master is on, and start the APU. And we now no longer need this, so we can put that there. We've got with us today Scott. Hello, my friend, and welcome. Glad to have you. Gibby, how are you, my friend? Glad to have you. 1903, welcome, my friend. Glad to have you on the stream. Night at night. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Glad to have you with us. Alright, so while the APU is starting, we can take a look here and make sure everything is okay. Everything looks good here. Everything looks good here. We're going to change this back to ARC, and we're going to start this, go back to the flight plan there. And we are now going to, let's see, let's take a look here and see. We are almost, okay, so APU is now available.
Niner 436 requesting pushback.
Alright, so here's the pushback request.
Niner 436 pushback request accepted.
Alright, pushback request accepted. APU bleed is on. External power is off. Beacon lights are on. And we are ready to go. So let's see what's going on here. Public address. Flight attendant request. Select type. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Expedite boarding.
We're ready to go when you are.
Alright, perfect. Just right in time.
Good evening,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 9436 with service to Milan. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 17 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode
Engine
and your
mode
larger
selector
devices
to
are now
start.
shut down and stowed.
And let's
if
start
you
with
have
engine
not
number
already,
2.
please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked position for
welcome my
departure.
friend.
Cabin
Anton,
crew, prepare
welcome my
doors for
friend.
departure,
Glad to have you with
cross-check,
us.
Verify straps and stand by for all calls. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross-check.
And we've got Shaves at 25. Welcome to the Q8Pilot channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Las normas de seguridad son de máxima importancia. Por eso, aunque vuele regularmente,
Morley ground Bowling Niner 436 requesting the end of pushback.
presten atención durante unos minutos.
Right, let's set the parking brake.
Las salidas de emergencia y cómo utilizar los chalecos salvavidas y las máscaras de oxígeno.
And we can see the engine is now starting. And once it's stabilized, then we will start the engine number 1.
And to pay close attention for a few minutes. We're going to remind you how to find the emergency exits and how to use the life jackets and oxygen masks.
Ah, by the way, we forgot our performance data. Alright, so we're going to do flaps 1. V1, 123, V rotate, 124, and V2 is 128, transition altitude 10,000 feet. We're going to flex temperature to 57, and all is good now. Perfect. Alright, let's start the engine number 1.
Is identified by an exit SATA sign that can be easily found by following the exit route lights along the aisle.
Edgemans, which sim is better, in your opinion, now after 1 year of MSFS? Well, I'll tell you, the scenery in Microsoft Flight Simulator is second to none. I mean, it's just beautiful scenery. If we look, just look at that. What do you think can beat this? Just it looks fantastic. And yeah, in my view, it is in terms of the look and feel, in terms of the realism, it is really the best. Flight model, fidelity of the add-ons, X-Plane wins in my view. Alright, we have a good start on both engines. Engine mode selector to normal, and we can turn off the APU bleed and APU master. We are going to turn on the taxi light as well as the nose light to taxi, and everything else is looking good. Alright, let's taxi to runway 25 for departure, but before we do so, we are going to set the auto brake to maximum. We're going to arm the speed brakes, and let's go ahead and do the control check. Pull up, pull down, pull left, pull right, and neutral, and rudder, full left, full right, neutral, flight check control completed, and we are now ready to go. Alright, let's release the parking brake. Parking brake released. Ooh. I had the throttles. Oh, you know what I did? I need to set my controls, so I need to move some joysticks here. Alright, let me bring my throttle. Alright, that's good.
Please note, the cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there is a reading light on the panel above you.
Right, let's set flaps. This should take care of our flaps. Flaps 1. And all is looking good. For some reason, my toe brakes aren't working, and so I'm using the actual parking brake to slow down the aircraft when required. We're a bit ahead of schedule there for departure. Man, those clouds look fantastic. I believe the runway is, I think that's not the right runway, by the way. I don't think this is the right runway, but I'm not sure. It is the right runway. Is it? Runway 20. That's not runway 25, is it? According to our flight plan, it's runway 25, and I actually completely forgot to check the departure runway 25. Yeah, it's runway 25, and that is not the correct runway for departure. I think the runway is right there. Alright, here's what we'll do. I'm not going to waste too much time. We're going to get clearance to fly from this runway. And we'll just make a jump. Alright, well, let's change our flight plan. We're going to come to here and we're going to select runway 20. Insert. And that should work. Alright, let's go ahead and notify cabin crew. All our lights are on. And takeoff config is
Flight
set.
attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Alright, and let's set our weather system. Okay, we've got a new member. Friday, is it Friday? Welcome to the Q8 Pilot channel. Thank you for your support, my friend. Really appreciate it. Alright, so we are ready to go now. And we're going to bring it to about 50%. Right, parking brake is released. And we're good to go. 50%. Wait for stabilizing the aircraft. It is now stable. Manflex SRS and runway.
7 o'clock, less than 1 mile, 7,300
Looks like we have some traffic ahead.
Report them inside.
Right, and flaps up. And new code. Welcome to the VVIP membership at the Q8Pilot channel. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate your support. And we continue now our climb. What beautiful scenery and what beautiful clouds in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Alright, and let's go ahead and set autopilot 1. Absolutely gorgeous. There you guys have it. Some external views there for your viewing pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet.
David, hello there, my friend. Welcome. Good luck on the giveaway, my friend.
Reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated and do not congregate in the galley or near the lavatory.
Oh, really, Google? I didn't know that this livery was behind that inspired you guys. Wow, that's good to know. Annis, how are you, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Steve, hello, my friend. Welcome. Speedbird01, welcome, my friend, to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a truly majestic scene out of this A320 cockpit. And you can see the cloud scattering, the light scattering, and the variation of the clouds. It just absolutely looks fantastic. Alright, let's go ahead and disarm. Speed brake, flaps are up, and we are above 10,000 feet, so we can kill the lights.
Going to 123.875, airport signal 438.
Lights are off, strobes on, beacon on, nav lights are on, and we can also turn off the not smoking sign. We are now in climb and expected arrival in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Our passengers are satisfied. 95% of our passengers are satisfied today. We're going to take a look at our passengers in a minute. Once we reach our cruise altitude, we'll take a look. Sim sounds are too loud over your voice. Okay. Let's see here. We can come here. Let's see what we can do. First, we can reduce the crew. Okay, and next we can go to Streamlabs OBS. I think that's better. That should be better. Yeah, please let me know, Dougal, if that's better. Flyboy, welcome. Glad to have you with us. Does the A320 really worth it compared with the tollless? If you would have the A319, A321, would you buy an A320FF? That's flight factor. Actually, that's a really interesting question. Yes, I think if you have the tollless, then it wouldn't really make much sense to invest in the flight factor. because the toolless A321 is superb, especially when coupled with the Neo pack. Then it really becomes really, you know, one of the very best Airbuses for a flight sim platform. So if you already made an investment in the toolless, I definitely would not recommend that you again make an investment in the flight factor. But if you were on the fence and you were selecting between the two, I would personally still go with the toolless, simply because it's a lot easier on the frames. The flight factor has some, you know, maybe higher fidelity, but not by a long shot. So there are just a few subtle differences between the two aircraft. Obviously, the A320 is a longer range aircraft, but everything else equal, you know, the toolless is optimized, is better optimized, I would say, for performance than the flight factor A320. We've got, is it H Images or Hi Images? Welcome, my friend. Oh, from Jamaica. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Too many voices on the background. Can't hear you. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, the ATC is kind of going crazy right now. When is the giveaway gonna be? The giveaway is already going on, Mr. Flyboy. You can just type !sim market and you should be good to go there. Wow, the clouds are just fantastic. Gorgeous. All right, let's bring up some lights here and here. That's better. All right, we're at 25,000 feet, heading to 33,000 feet, folks, and all is looking good. Yes, makes sense. Thank you. And how is the MSFS A320 compared to the toolless? Well, so this Airbus is actually freeware. So this is basically the equivalent of the Zibo 737nx plane. It's been taken by the FlyByWire project team and enhanced, developed, and they've enriched the aircraft with better system simulation, better visuals. So it's a free aircraft. If I compare this to the Airbus in X-plane, of course, in terms of the flight model, performance, fidelity, and the depth of system simulation, still, of course, the toolless is a payware aircraft, and it has a lot more to offer in terms of simulating an Airbus as opposed to this one here. But the project is coming up nicely, and they keep improving. There is an update every day. This is, by the way, the stable version 0.70, but there is a development version as well, and there's an experimental version, which both get updated frequently. And we've got Habibur Rahman has just become a member of the Q8Pilot channel. Welcome, my friend. Thank you very much for your support, and welcome to the VVIP membership here at the Q8Pilot channel. Really appreciate your support, my friend. So we are now climbing to 33,000 feet. You're most welcome, Steve. Glad to be of service to you and the community, my friend. It's your GPU what makes all this look so good. Definitely, the 3090 is a very capable GPU, and it's one that is, in terms of performance, it performs very well, and really brings out, you know, the beauty of Microsoft Flight Simulator. By the way, folks, we forgot the clock, so we'll start it now. That's fine. So we're almost there at 33,000 feet, and the sky color and just the light scattering on the clouds is just phenomenal in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, this brings us to the subject of X-Plane 12. And I'm sure that you've all seen the footage that Laminar has previously put on their channel. And then the big announcement came as X-Plane 12. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pax has lost connection. Would you like trying connecting? Oh my gosh. Oh boy. That's not very good, guys. Yeah. So Microsoft Flight Simulator has crashed, unfortunately. Yeah. And when that happens, I get really pissed off. All right, let's go ahead and start Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, that's really not good. All right, but the good thing is, you know, there is always an alternative plan. I was really wanting to do this flight for you guys because the scenery along the along Italian airspace is mountainous, and it's very, very beautiful. So I don't think that I have enough time to restart the flight. But I'll tell you what, we are going to restart the flight, and I'm going to do it with you guys. So yeah, I mean, things like that happen. But what we're going to do is we're going to start the aircraft maybe on runway 25. And yeah, your last session. Yeah, all right, we'll just continue in normal mode. It's going to take forever to load now. But yeah, I think while Microsoft Flight Simulator loads, you know, X-Plane 12 is very promising. Is it going to be better than Microsoft Flight Simulator in terms of visuals? My immediate hunch is probably no. It's not going to be as good as Microsoft Flight Simulator in terms of, you know, the visuals. That said, though, it's going to be improved quite drastically. So the trees, the depiction of trees, the depiction of clouds, so meteorological data will be represented in a much better way. The ATC voices have been improved, and the entire ATC system has been overhauled for version 12 of X-Plane. So does it call for excitement? Absolutely. Is it really a step in the right direction? Absolutely. Is it going to make Laminar really compete with Microsoft Flight Simulator? Without a shadow of a doubt. And I tell you, X-Plane or Laminar Research actually bets on the fidelity of the aircraft that are now developed for X-Plane and on the flight model. Blade element theory is very powerful, and it really enables X-Plane to simulate you know, the flight model and a true simulation of what an aircraft does up in the air can be achieved, I think, in a much better way in X-Plane than it can be in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Though Sim Update 6 promises new changes in the flight model and that it will be much better, that remains to be seen. But yeah, those are my thoughts really on X-Plane 12 and what it's going to do. So crashed on XP72 last night on final into Los Angeles. Could you do a multiplayer flight now? Well, I'm going to attempt to fly the same route again, if we can. Hopefully it won't crash. We're going to start on the runway just to save time, start the aircraft, and fly out of Paris early to Milan. But let's see what happens. Or we could do, I mean, it's up to you guys. If you want me to reattempt the flight, we will do that. If you want to do maybe some activities and have some fun together, that's also fine with me. Whatever you guys would like to do, I'm happy to do. Just let me know what you like. And Smiley Bob, hello, my friend. Welcome. The King's Ace, hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Well, I'm glad that you guys are still with me here. needless to say that I'm pissed at Microsoft now for, you know, and I've had frequent crashes with Microsoft Flight Simulator when I run it with add-ons. So when I run it with anything other than just a default, then it starts, you know, doing some crazy things. No, not gonna lie, MSFS crashes a lot lately. Yeah. So guys, let me know, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to reattempt the flight? Retry the flight, please. All right, so Chris wants me to retry. Just watch your crash. Yeah. All right, so you guys want me to reattempt the flight, so let's do that. We're gonna go and select our departure. I mean, that's the first Lima Foxtrot Papa Oscar, that's Paris Orly, and what we're gonna do to save time, we're gonna zoom to details and we're gonna go straight to runway 25. We're gonna set it as the departure point and we're gonna say fly now. We're adjust the time of the day so that it's, you know, noon time or so. Maybe a recap of your X-Plane 11 plugins, aircraft settings. Yeah, I'm back to X-Plane now. X-Plane is great. X-Plane is really great. Shouldn't take too long to set up the aircraft. But yeah, it's probably going to be a long stream, and yeah, it's 9:45 p.m. in Kuwait, and yeah, what to do? Yeah, I just really hate it when that happens. I've seen, by the way, a lot of footage on the Thrustmaster Boeing throttle. It looks pretty good, and I'll probably get it just to kind of, you know, showcase it on the channel and give you guys my thoughts. If you were to get P3D, what are the essential plugins and sceneries I would need, and how much would it all cost? Well, I think I probably, Smiley Bob, I think I probably need to make a video on that. There's no short answer to that. But some of the top add-ons is, of course, GSX version 2, again, the PMDGs of the world. All right.
At runway 25 ready for departure, straight out departure.
All right, looks like the aircraft is already powered up. All right, let me change the time of day. How about there? Yeah, looks like the aircraft is running. So I'm gonna make sure my avionics are turned on. And the lights. All right, now we can probably go and do all the performance data. So that will save us some time, for sure. And then we can depart. All right, let's try to do this, guys. Since you guys want me to retry the flight, we're gonna go ahead and do that. This is the flight plan. And if we go to the fuel truck, all right, fuel is 6.8. So let's go ahead and do that. 800 kilos of fuel. All right, so that's already set. All right, let's go to the FMS or the McDo, and we're going to go to initialization, and let's request the flight. All right, and it all looks good. Let's go to the next page. And what's going on here? Huh. All right. Flight plan. LFPO, departure. And departure is out of 25. And the, is it, I believe it's this one here. All right, I'm not going to run packs, just so that, I believe it's this one. Yeah. Insert. And then we're going to go to our arrival. And we're going to select ILS 17 left. There we go. And the, is the Rixov to Quebec. right there. There is no transition, so we're going to insert that. And flight plan. And just make sure no discos are there. We shouldn't have any. We didn't have them in the... Alright, so that looks good to me. Let's go to performance. And we're going to set... Oh, we need to set the flaps first. So flaps 1 for departure. And then 126, 127. Rotate. Everything's good here. 57 flex temperature. Okay. Flight plan. Alright, all is good. Let's put this away now. In fact, we need to fix the phase. And we are now taxi out. Yeah. Alright, so we'll set that. Alright, so now we're looking good and we're ready to go again. So we're going to arm the speed brake, and flaps are flaps 1 and all the lights. Let's see. I think landing light, let's turn them off here. Alright, so they're on here, strobe. Alright, let me just turn off everything here and turn them on manually. Wing lights are on, beacons are on, all is good here. All is good here. Alright, let's take a look. Everything looks good here. And alright, so I think we're ready to go now. We're going to notify cabin crew. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, let's go. And hopefully this time Microsoft Flight Simulator does not crash. We need this sim to provide crash reports. Yeah, I know. Alright, here we go, folks. Parking brake released. We are ready, and this one is so transponder TARA. We're good to go. And you know what? This time we're going to start the clock. Here we go. $50 stable. Manflex, SRS, and runway. Bit touchy there. B1, rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear is going up. Beautiful scenery. I think it's much calmer without packs, if you ask me. All right. Right, flaps up.
Orly Tower Voling Niner 436 frequency change. Rising approach Voling Niner 436 is type Airbus A20N 4 miles west of Orly 3000.
And autopilot 1.
Request flight follow.
Not sure why I'm getting this warning horn or something is up.
Squawk 2507 Voling Niner 436. Roger, Voling Niner 436.
Oh,
fueling 9er 436. Orly approach fueling 9er 436, 6,800 feet.
I forgot the altitude for sure. Alright, we need to set the... Let's go to data. We want to turn this back on. Fly and save. Go back. Alright, here we go.
121.155 fueling 9er 436.
The scenery is Paris Orly. So Lima Foxtrot Papa Oscar. And if you want, it's available in the Microsoft Marketplace, Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace. Alright, so, tell you guys, it's not easy restarting the flight again after you've crashed. It's,
Going to 125.7 fueling 9er 436.
It's pretty difficult. Just considering how long the day's been. Alright, above 10,000 feet, let's kill the landing lights. And nose lights, runway turn-off lights, and the wing lights. And we're going to release our passengers and cabin crew. Right, so we started the flight at a different time. And now we see the white cloud. So we should reach, I'm not sure what time we put there. Let's see, 4:08 p.m. So we might arrive at dusk. It's about an hour and 30 minutes of flight time. But all is looking good now. Finally. Ooh. Your bandwidth is too low for data streaming.
118.05.
Right, I'm just gonna give it some time, and then we'll. It definitely does, Gibby. Yeah. Do you take some time in the next video to show the features of the upcoming Phoenix plane? Yeah, I might do that. Is the Orly scenery worth it? Absolutely. I think it's great. It's wonderful scenery, really. So it put us back into offline mode. I'm not sure if it's my data connection or what's going on exactly here. Save, go back. Let's see. Let's bring up some lights for our eCam displays. And we're back where we started. Bit of a faster takeoff this time. Of course, because we positioned the aircraft on the runway for departure. By the way, 10,000 feet was the transition altitude. So bear reference set to standard. And all's looking good. When are you choosing the giveaway streamer? So the winner is going to be announced after landing. But if the stream takes too long, I might do it mid-flight. I'm not sure. But the usual is we do it, you know, after we land at our destination. Let's do some external shots there. That is an epic view. That looks very realistic. Alright, so we are now climbing to 33. We are at 20,000 feet. All's looking good. Please fly the UniBuild A310 in the Air India livery. It looks so good. I will take that into consideration for my next UniBuild flight. I am, by the way, planning a series of tutorials for the Dash 8 Q400 by FlyJSIM when it releases, and all I can tell you that it's nearing release. They're currently working out a few details, and I'll tell you, it's going to be a very detailed aircraft, and almost, I think, if not at par with the Majestic Dash 8, it's going to be a lot better. The details are just phenomenal in the Dash 8. Just phenomenal details, really. And the details, you will find details both in the cockpit and in the passenger cabin. Just really mind-blowing details on the Q400 by FlyJSIM. So I think the community has something to be excited for with the release of the FlyJSIM Dash 8 Q400. It is an incredibly detailed aircraft with every little switch and button and circuit breakers all modeled. So I'm really excited about the aircraft. I can't really wait to show you guys what the aircraft has in terms of systems and how accurately they're simulated. Now, I have a lot of experience with the Dash 8, and I've attended courses with a real-world pilot on the Dash 8. So I'm very familiar with the aircraft systems and how the aircraft is operated. It's been my absolute favorite in P3D for many, many years. In fact, I installed P3D just to enjoy the Majestic Dash 8. So I'll be able to give you a lot of insight, and so that's why I'm very excited, because I have a lot to share with the community there. It won't be long, mate. Getting very close. Absolutely. Currently using your tutorial to learn ortho for the first time. It's fantastic. Thank you so much. Ortho does take a while, though. Yeah, Smiley Bob, thank you for your kind comments. I'm glad that you find the tutorial helpful, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you guys share the knowledge and make sure that you guys have a successful and rewarding flight simulation experience. Soon the A340-600. Yes, can't wait for it, really. Can't wait for the Q400. No price yet. Is there a release date? Unfortunately, pure folk, I cannot disclose the release date. There is a tentative release date that's been made available to me for matters of really working on the official trailer of the aircraft. I don't have any information on the price as of yet, but all I can tell you that your wait is not going to be that long. That's all I can say. Alaska 559, hello my friend, welcome. Glad to have you with us. And good luck on the giveaway. All right, so we are at 28,000 feet for 33,000 feet. All is looking fine and dandy at the moment. We've had a very rough start and a crash to desktop, but I think it might be PAX. I don't think that PAX has been tested properly with Sim Update 5, so it might be that, but I could be mistaken. It could be something that I've done. Do you recommend the Arabesque Phenom 300? Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, the Phenom 300 by Arabesque is by far one of the best GA aircraft rated for X-Plane, period. Along with the SR-22 by, I believe, is it Hot Start? Is it Hot Start, or the makers of Hot Start? So if the Integra edition is brilliant, So if you really want to enjoy GA aircraft, the Airbus Phenom 300 is a brilliant aircraft, really. All around, the sounds, the fidelity of that aircraft is just wow. And if you look through my channel, you'll find that I've done a live stream with a real-world captain that flies the Phenom, and Captain Guillaume Fontes. I've done a live stream with him. Really great guy. It was really fun doing the Phenom. He's actually the guy that did the documentation for the aircraft. So look through my channel. You'll find the previous stream, and you can take a look for yourself, and you can decide whether you want to invest in the aircraft. Elliot Woodford, hello my friend, welcome. After working on the Q400 for a few years, I was excited to get one for FSX, but now I can't wait for the next you've mentioned. Yes, Elliot, I think Torxim, yeah, thank you, Smiley Bob. The SR-22 by Torxim, the TBM 900 by Hotstar, probably the most complex aircraft for XP. Yes, I agree. Sculpture Shock just sponsored. Well, thank you very much, my friend. I really appreciate your support to the channel. Appreciate it. And ladies and gentlemen, we are now reaching our final cruise altitude of 33,000 feet. And we're going to take a look at our flight plan momentarily. Let's do some external shots there. Brilliant. Just look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, the cloud cover in MSFS is just phenomenal, really. What about the TBM 900? Is it better or worse than the B350? Does the TBM 900? Oh, definitely. The TBM 900 is definitely worth it. The Airfoil Labs King Air 350 is definitely worth it. Now, it remains to be so the TBM 900 is a single-engine aircraft, and the King Air is a twin turboprop. So I think there's a lot of preference also involved in your choices. But both are great aircraft. Of course, the TBM 900 is very accurately simulated. Even the sounds were recorded from the real aircraft. So some really, in terms of GA, I think we're spoiled for choice in terms of GA aircraft in X-Plane 11. There's just an abundance of high fidelity. There we go, this bandwidth thing again. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with my internet connection today, or if it's the Microsoft server, but we're doing data. Let's go to data, and we turn this back on. Apply, go back, resume. Let's see what happens there. Keeps happening.
Alpine flight 40, contact Paris Center on 126.475. Good day.
And we have a new subscriber to the channel. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you with us. Welcome to the Q8Pilot channel. Hey Q8, I saw your post about the A300. What do you think about the aircraft is missing? Okay, so the A300 Alright, so let me just tell you guys a few things about how I do the reviews. Normally I look at the sounds, the system simulations, the aircraft features, the documentation, and the 3D modeling. And for any aircraft to make it for a full-fledged review on the Q8Pilot channel, it needs to score a minimum of 7 out of 10 in 2 of those categories. If the aircraft doesn't, then it doesn't qualify for a review. And I will not review it on the channel because I will simply be criticizing the aircraft, and I don't think that, in fairness to the developer who's developed the aircraft, I don't think that's a nice thing to do. And so I've set a certain standard for aircraft that would make it to the channel for a review. That's one. On the A300, I purchased the aircraft based on the poll results that most of you guys wanted me to do a review of that aircraft, and I very closely examined the 3D model, the systems, the sounds, and the fidelity and the features, the documentation, and the aircraft unfortunately is not worth its price of $45, whatever, I think $45. And it did not meet the minimum requirements that I've set to review an add-on on the channel. And hence the comments that you all have seen. So yeah, save your money and spend it elsewhere on something else. When is the PMDG 777 coming out? You mean for Microsoft Flight Simulator? I have no clue, but I know that the 737 is being worked on, but I have no clue about the 777. County MC, welcome my friend, and good luck to you. Flight Hill, hello my friend, and good luck to you as well. Mob Dip, yeah. We'll see and wait, but I know there was a few recent posts about the PMDG 737 for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and they posted a few screenshots as well. Alright, let's take a look. We are at our cruise altitude. Let's bring up Sim Toolkit Pro, and let's see where we are. Are we still here, really? That sounds really strange, huh? I don't think this is right. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna try to cruise. Let's see. Alright, so I don't think this is actually working right now. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's bring this back up, and we're gonna say update. Alright, let's finish the flight. And what we'll do is we're going to go back to flight planning, and we're going to load the flight from SimBrief. That should fix it. We're just going to say fly now. Where are we? Auto follow me. Huh. I don't think it's detected. All right, let's close Sim Toolkit Pro. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, we're just today isn't my day, I guess. Let's see if we can fix this. Do not restore. We're just going to start a new one. Flight plan, load from SimBrief. Hey there, my friend. Adam, how are you, my friend? Statue, is it Statue? Hello, Mr. Khaled737. Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's say fly now. And we select Microsoft Flight Simulator. And now we have the aircraft where it's supposed to be. There we go, that's the top of climb. And now we have our route correctly. All right, so we can now remove the auto zoom, and we can now zoom out. All right, so we're approximately half of the way through. No, just about. No, just about 1/3, about 1/4, maybe of the way. And yeah, all is looking good. Man, look at that cloud cover, just absolutely gorgeous. Andy Holman, hello my friend, welcome. Watch a lot of your videos. Between you and V1, I have learned a ton. Thanks for all the content. You're most welcome, my friend. That's what we're here to do. And V1 Simulations is really a great guy and a very accomplished airline captain and instructor. I'm doing very well. Khalid737, I'm doing great, my friend. How are you doing? I was actually, you know, this week, the last couple of weeks, I think I've been going to bed very late, and I've been having trouble, you know, keeping my eyes open. But today was a day where I thought I could go to bed early. But unfortunately, with the crash that we've had, it looks like it's going to be an all-nighter with you guys, which is always a pleasure.
Going to 128 decimal, tree voling Niner 436. Reef center voling Niner 436, flight level tree 0.
Alright, let's go ahead and bring up the terrain data on the side. I think we forgot to, after the crash, yeah, we didn't do that. Put this on auto, and yeah. Now you can see the weather here. See it on the display. So definitely some bad weather there to our left. Altar 9. Hello my friend. First time I've been able to catch you live. Thank you Q8 for all your hard work, my friend. Well, thank you sir for your kind words and for your support to the channel. I really appreciate it. Oh, Andy, you're flying the A300 right now. Oh, that's cool. Well, happy flying there, my friend. Just a reminder for you guys that the giveaway is still running. And to enter the giveaway, just type !SimMarket. And I'm giving away 2 gift vouchers in the amount of 50 euros. So don't miss out on the chance to enter the giveaway. Abu Yes says, where are you from? I am from Kuwait. I'm a Kuwaiti national, my friend. Right, so today, this morning, I've received my Elgato Stream Deck, which is a nifty little device which gives streamers the ability to program certain shortcuts and it integrates very well. And I just tried to tweet something out of the Elgato Stream Deck, and I'm just going to check and see if it did go through or not. If I go to my profile, it doesn't seem like it worked. Let's see. Nope. It didn't work for sure.
Oh well. Everything else works fine. Delta A350 Pilot, welcome my friend. Rum run. Welcome my friend. Steve Drawan, I'm flying the PMD GC6 at the moment. Such a cool plane to fly. Never thought I'd like the style of flying, but this plane was made for MSFS. Low and slow, just awesome, absolutely. It is actually one of the greatest aircraft created for Microsoft Flight Simulators to date, if not the only one. Alongside the Aerosoft CRJ, I think is a reasonable aircraft as well. But the PMD GDC6 is just really fantastic. How long is the flight? Well, the flight is approximately 1 hour and 30 minutes. And so another 24 minutes, my friend, and we should be at our destination. Krill PG, hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Well, it looks like the culprit of the crash was in fact PAX. So yeah, so we're probably in my future flights, I'll probably avoid additional add-ons while streaming, and maybe I'll revert to making recorded videos for a change. And that might, you know, be a good idea from time to time, and it's a good change to do one of those, you know, full flights, but in a recorded format. They're much shorter, so definitely the Q400 tutorials are probably going to be recorded, and just where I show you all the details, and we take all the, you know, the long cruise time, we can leave that out and just focus on really setting up the aircraft, doing the load and balance, doing the you know, the start checklist, and powering up the aircraft from cold and dark, and setting it up for takeoff, then takeoff, cruise, but you can do just 5 minutes of cruise and then do top of descent, like what I normally used to do in my recorded videos. And just by looking at you know, the stats, people normally don't watch the entire video. They kind of pick and choose. And the new feature in YouTube where you can actually create chapters is a great thing, because normally people, unless they really want to learn the aircraft, then they're going to really watch it from the beginning. But for the most part, people are interested in takeoff and landing, and they're interested in the landing more so than the takeoff. And so if you look at an hour-long video where, you know, you spend hours and hours editing the video, you know, the watch time, average watch time is like 4 or 5 minutes, and that tells you that they're probably skipping through all the way to the landing, and then they'll just say, oh, that was a great video, you know, depending on the landing. The landing is really going to determine, you know, the final rating of the video. So I might be doing a little bit of that in the days to come, but I think I find streaming now to be less of a you know, of a workload. So yeah, I come in and I stream, and if you do any mistakes, for sure you can't edit them out until after the stream, if that's what you choose to do. But I think it is it aligns well with the amount of time that I have to you know, for the hobby. And editing videos is a very laborious task, folks, and it does take a lot of time. So I'm finding this format to be more workable, more viable for me. I tell you, this scene looks wow. This looks really wow. If you look at the cloud, the shades over there is just really fantastic. Just look at that. That looks phenomenal. Really. Wow. Gotta love it. Some turbulence, as you can see now. The aircraft is kind of... Alright, let's go ahead and turn on the seatbelt signs until we pass this turbulent area. Would you do a setup tour sometime? I've done, I think, a setup tour of my PC, and I've done guides for X-Plane, for P3D, and for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Live cockpits, hello my friend, and welcome. Glad to have you with us on the stream. I'm doing very well, my friend. Bit sleepy. It's getting close to my bedtime, but other than that, doing absolutely great. Yeah, as you can see, we're still in a turbulent area. If we actually increase the range, yeah, that's the end of the flight there. Well, it looks like some bad weather ahead. You can see here we're going to pass through. Hopefully nothing too serious. Just look at that view. You can see the light reflection on the wing. Just really, Microsoft Flight Simulator in terms of the visuals is really second to none. I mean, nothing beats how it looks, and I think, oh thank God, I saw a pause and I thought it was going to crash again. Just look at that view. That is just absolutely fantastic. Wow. Yes, Camp TMC, the Q400 is definitely coming out very soon, and it's going to be great. You can take a flight on the A310 from Kuwait to another country on the Kuwait Airways A310. Abu, yes, I've done I think a lot of flights from Kuwait. And I've done, I think, the A310, I think I've already done Kuwait Airways flight. I'm not sure, I think it was from Dubai to Bahrain, and I've done it in the business jet, so in the business variant of the A310. But yeah, I mean, if opportunity presents itself, I'd love to fly from my home country, or fly to my home country in this sim, and the i9 build is in the A310 is in my view still the airliner of the year, and I'm really looking forward to having it in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's been announced, so i9 builds are bringing the i9 build A310 into Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is great news. And if it's going to be in the same fidelity that we've seen in X-Plane, then I tell you guys, it's probably going to be the airline of the year for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2 when it comes out. Pilot Peely, hello my friend, good evening to you. I'm doing great, and I hope you are doing the same, my friend. Thanks for joining me here on the stream tonight. Glad to have you with us, my friend. Yeah, the clouds are just really fantastic.
Calling Niner 436, you're leaving my airspace. Resume on navigation. Contact Zurich Center on 126.225. Good day.
Alright, so if we take a look at our flight plan, this is the top of descent, but I think it's not proper, so yeah. So we're going to begin the descent somewhere around, let me just remove this and show you guys. Let's see. Auto follow me. Alright. So if we zoom in here, from Mike Charlie 958 up until we reach Milan, there's about 80 nautical miles. We are at 33,000 feet, and I believe the platform altitude, or the initial approach altitude, is 3,000 feet. So 30 times 3, that's 90, 90 nautical miles, and if we add another 10 for contingency, then we need to begin the descent at a 3-degree glide slope at 100 miles out from Milan, from the airport. And so this top of descent is not, I think, correct in the calculation. So I think we need to begin our descent somewhere right over here. So this is where we need to begin our descent. That will give us about 100 nautical miles at a 3-degree glide slope and put us at 3,000 feet, which is the initial approach altitude for an ILS interception runway 17 left at Milan. So we can actually go to Navigraph, and we are going to select flight, say new flight from SimBrief, and we're going to select our flight. This is our flight here, and if we go to the destination, there we go, and approach 17 left, and we bring the chart here. So let's take a look. 2,500 feet. So the initial altitude is 3,000, and then after 4.1, actually at DME 5.2 from India Mike Sierra Lima, then we need to be at 2,500 feet. This is Mike Charlie 905. All right. So yeah, I think we will begin the descent. We will begin the descent somewhere right about here, or maybe actually at Mike Charlie 985. Or is it 995? 985. That's where we're going to begin our descent. As you can see, we're not too far now from it. Unfortunately, we don't see the top of descent in the McDo. So we're going to go ahead and start entering our destination information into the McDo now. It says enter destination data, so we're not too far from top of descent. So we're going to scroll down and go to Milan. Which app is that? That would be SimToolkit Pro. Mr. Garcia, welcome to the stream, my friend. 2 more weeks for the TOLUS A34600. Thank you, Live Cockpits, for the info. All right. So if we look at Milan and arriving at runway 17 left, elevation is 760 feet. Slope is fine. ILS 110. That's all fine. Let's go to the weather information. All right. So we're going to go to the performance page. Next phase and next phase right there, and we're going to put this always on top. All right, so QNH is 1015, so 1015, and the temperature is 12 Celsius, so we're going to enter that. Quite nice and pleasant. 80 degrees 5 knots is the wind. 85. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. VAP 128. All right, we're all set. Destination information is entered, and we will begin our descent shortly. And hopefully, you know, the cloud cover reduces so that we can see the beautiful mountainous terrain as we approach Milan. I think we can turn off the seatbelt, fasten seatbelt signs now, as the turbulence has subsided. Krill IPG landing on 17 at Malpensa. That's very rare. Usually it's 35, as there are mountains north of the airport. Well, that's what SimBrief has given me, so I pretty much stuck with whatever it gave me. tell you, this is a very realistic looking scene. Those clouds and all the shades and scattering looks fantastic. Alright, we're not too far from top of descent now, and we have been flying for about 42 minutes now. If you turn on Bing data, world graphics, will that make a difference in the overall scenery? Yes, of course. So if you don't, if you turn off this option, then you know you will not get the nice grass and you know the photo imagery, and then you might want to download some data offline and use it, but it would look very dull without it. That Voling livery, yeah, gotta love it. We're back into the turbulent air. Having some trouble here with my office chair. Whoa, some really heavy turbulence here. Alright, so if we take a look here, it looks like we have some traffic here ahead of us. But if we look at the flight plan, so if we look here, oh, it's not going to change. I wanted to show you guys what's happening here, but it doesn't seem like. Oh, alright, so if we look here at the flight plan, let's see. Alright. So we are good here, and we will begin the descent. Yeah, so we will begin the descent here at Rexov, and that should put us at 2,500 feet to intercept the localizer for 17 left. So now we can see the mountain range here as we approach Milan. There's definitely traffic ahead of us. I can't see anything though here. But you can't get the paint kits. You will have to learn how to use them. Yeah. Hello, Captain MSFS. Can we create our own aircraft liveries? Yes, you can. So there are many people that have created some really excellent liveries. And I think Color has provided you with the answer there. Yeah, you gotta get the paint kits and you gotta learn how to use them. Oh, that's just a fantastic looking scene right there. You can see the mountains. Let's switch to external view. Just look at that. Wow. That looks fantastic. Alright, let's take a look here. Because this is the point where we're going to begin our descent. And I'm not sure if this is... What is this? Is this like the top of descent? No, it's not. Alright. But it just really looks fantastic. You know, Microsoft Flight Simulator, as you go through the clouds, the mountains, just the overall experience is very, very immersive. It's have some lights here. Definitely turbulence. And let me turn on the passenger.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Some lights here.
Yankee runway 36 approach via the DAP transition. Clear to adapt Lufthansa 278.
Perfect. And maybe some lights down here. Right there. Some floodlights. Right there. Okay, perfect. All right. So at this point, we are going to reset the MCP altitude to 2,500 feet. And we're going to begin the descent. There we go. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. And hopefully we've begun the descent the right time. It was merely based on my calculation. "17 left-right arrival is so rare that there is barely any rubber on those ends, where there's both 35s are rubberized like a dragster run. Check your approach and minimums for obstacles." Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I've been painting planes a long time. Just started MSFS painting. You can paint the old way if you get 2D maps. Yeah, I've never really fiddled around with liveries whatsoever. I've had a couple of you know, you guys, my followers on the channel, to do some liveries for me for Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane, but that's about it. That is a fantastic looking scene here as we approach Milan. Beautiful time of day too. By the way, this is not it's live weather, but the time isn't live time. It's currently dark, pitch dark in Milan. But we would of course miss the opportunity to see this beautiful scenery if we were flying in the nighttime. By the way, that's the airport. That's the airport, and we're going to make a return. And yeah, hopefully, I think we're too high. Definitely too high. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. We are very high right now. So the first thing I want to do is I want to slow down to 240 knots. Okay. And the next thing we want to do, let's make sure that we extend the speed brakes and reduce our speed quickly to 240 knots.
6 miles south. Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Keep speed not above 190 knots. Expect ILS Whiskey runway 35 left approach via inlet.
Now it's doing some really strange things.
Clear to inlet.
are 14 miles south of Milford.
Almost there, 240.
119.0 when inbound on the approach.
And now we're descending once again. Now if we look here, we need to be at 4,000, so we're definitely very, very high. So we are not going to make, what I'm going to do is we're going to go farther, because the airport is somewhere there. So what we'll do, well, we might be able to make it, I'm not sure. Reduce our speed momentarily here. Let me extend the speed brakes. And we are going to reduce our speed to 215 knots. There we go. And so here's what we're going to do. If we are too high, we're going to keep flying in this heading here, and then we'll head over to the runway heading. We'll intercept the runway heading, but let's see what happens now. We're definitely too high. No VNAV, yeah, that's true. There is still no VNAV. That's the airport. And we can see that there's a lot of mountains there. So we need to be very careful.
Lufthansa 278, contact Milan approach on 133.18. Good day.
What a fantastic looking scene. Alright, so let's go back here. You can see that this is send a bit faster. we're going to extend the speed brakes right there. There's a lot of mountains here, so we need to watch out. We are going to change this.
Airhop 1326 Milan Center, continuous planned. Boeing 90436 contact Milan approach on 134.175. Good day.
Going to 134.175.
I just need a little more time to descend.
Milan approach
So what we're going to do
11,500 feet.
is we're going to go on a different heading here and allow the aircraft to descend a little more, reduce our speed, and then head over back to the airport and land. There we go, heading 330, and the airport is right behind us now, approaching 10,000 feet. So we're going to turn on the landing lights, runway takeoff nose lights. Yeah, sorry I've been silent, guys, but I'm trying to figure out what to do here. Alright, I think we are okay now. Let's see. We should be alright. Okay. So at this point, we're going to go to manage speed. Landing system. is terminally railed, almost never used. Yeah, that's you are right, but unfortunately, that's what I got from SimBrief. Speed check, flaps 1. Right, and approach. We're still too high. Alright, let's go ahead and lower the landing gear. Speed check, flaps 2. It's on the speed brakes. Actually, flaps are full. So we should be fine, folks. Speed to medium. And let's make sure all the lights are on, which they are. Outer brake is set, flaps are down, our lights are on, and we are now on the localizer. As you can see, we are intercepting the localizer, and that's the runway right ahead of us now. We're looking okay. We recovered from the, you know, so you guys were right. Yeah, I mean, even if the runway is rare, it was given to me by SimBrief, so hopefully we'll be able to, you know, to land safely here at Milan. So we had to kind of go a little bit farther from the airport in order to gain a little more distance and allow the aircraft to descend. And the glide slope is now active, as you can see. And here is a look. The kind of it looks blurred. I think it's the internet connection, but it looks fantastic. Just look at that! Wow. Still looking good. All right, let's notify cabin crew.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
All right. Alright, so no blues, all is looking good. We are on the glide slope almost, and on the localizer at 1,000 feet. We are going to disconnect the autopilot and hand fly the aircraft and land it. By the way, I just want to check one thing. I want to make sure data is on. Alright, we can continue.
$1,000.
1,000 feet. Autopilot disconnected. My aircraft. Looks like there are no buildings at the airport. $500. $400. A little bit of crosswind there. $300. $200. $100. $50. $40. $30. $20. Retard.
5.
And touchdown. Reversers are out. And welcome to Malpensa. Ladies and gentlemen, we've made it safely here after a rather exhilarating flight and a crash in the beginning. We'll get the landing rate in just a moment there. Let me make a turn here. Thank you very much, Fredo. Appreciate it. Yeah, the landing I think was acceptable under the circumstances. And my toe brakes aren't working. Yeah, as you can see, there is something wrong with maybe the Azure servers or maybe my internet connection. But see some flickers here. Right, let's take a look here at Sim Toolkit Pro. 263, I don't believe that. I think it was a lot smoother than that, but yeah, that's what Sim Toolkit Pro says. Thank you, Smiley Bob, Speedbird, AvGeek. Thank you very much, folks. Glad you enjoyed the landing. Right, let's go ahead and turn off the lights. Taxi, runway turn off lights, strobes are off. Wing lights off. Not sure what this flicker is. Oh yeah, you can see that the there's something wrong with the scenery. It could be the Azure servers. Looks like we're in offline mode. See all kinds of issues there. Flicking ground and some strange things going on. Wow, Microsoft Flight Simulator is acting really weird. Alright, I think we can bring the aircraft to a stop here. Yeah, definitely the buildings are not there. Something wrong with the internet connection, perhaps, or Azure servers. But nonetheless, we've made it safely, folks, and that's the important thing. There we go. All right, perfect. We are going to turn on the APU. And we're going to turn off, let's see, lights.
beacon off. All lights are off, and let's see. All right, let's go ahead and kill the engines. Actually, we can start external power. Just leave it there. All right, folks. Well, we've made it safely here. It was overall it was an okay flight. Not the best I've had, but yeah, I think I should have planned it better. But you know, we've had the again the crash at the beginning of the sim, the beginning of the stream. So yeah. Overall, I think it was okay. At least the jetways are there. Yeah, Carl, that's right. Yeah, at least we have the jetways. Yeah. Well, thanks, Night at Night. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you've enjoyed the stream. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Yeah. All right. So here's what we're going to do now. We are going to go to Streamlabs OBS. I'm going to go to the giveaway, and we're going to draw the two winners. But before we do so, this is going to probably be a bit annoying. So let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, definitely something wrong with the connection there. Now we can see the trees. Still no buildings. All right. Ah, there we go. Now we can see the buildings. Looks like the internet or whatever, the Azure servers recovered. Now we can see everything there. Too bad it wasn't there when we landed, because it would have been a much better and much nicer landing. But now we can see everything back to normal. We can see all the buildings and trees. All right. So let me go to and draw the winners. All right. All right. So, folks, we've had, let me just give you the total count of how many have entered the giveaway in total. So, in total, we had 62 users. So that means that chances of you guys, the chances are much higher. So here we go. Let's go ahead and pick the first winner. Jalil Arrayes looks like. You are the winner of $50 at the sim market. Please, Jalil, contact me at info@Q8Pilot.com to claim your prize. I will run a few checks, and then I will give you your gift voucher at the sim market store. Congratulations to Jalil on winning the Q8 Pilot giveaway. $50, €50 at the sim market store. All right, let's go ahead and pick the next winner. Pick the winner, and it's Shaviza 25. Shaviza 25. Congratulations on winning the Q8 Pilot giveaway. You have won €50, my friend, at the sim market store. Please contact me at info@Q8Pilot.com to claim your prize. Congratulations to the winner. I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in and for putting up with the crash that we've had. Definitely, I've enjoyed this flight. I've enjoyed the interaction with all of you guys. It's been real fun. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in, and bye-bye for now.